No compass in this gray matter, no North Star in the sky, just infinite blue horizon where my certainties go to die. Thoughts are like scattered buoys, bobbing in the endless deep. Promises I try to keep, now secrets that I can't unkeep. Just floating, I set sail from the dark of who I thought I was. Now I'm lost in the open sea of mind, without a single cause or destination. The wind's just echoes of old arguments and fears. And I've been drifting like this for days, for months, for years. Land is a rumor, a hazy, half-remembered dream. I'm defined by the emptiness, by the wide unbroken seam between what I feel and what I know, just water, sky and me, in the open sea of mind, where I am never free from the drifting. This is the open sea of mine, the vast and lonely blue, where every single thought I have feels borrowed, feels untrue. No anchor for the soul, no map for the heart's design. Just a terrifying freedom of the open sea of mine. The sun beats down like judgment, the nights are cold and vast, wondering if this aimless journey is my first or is it my last. This open sea of mine, is it a prison or a vision? All I know is I'm adrift and far away from you, from anything solid. I see islands in the distance, other lies, fixed points of light, but my sails are coming from overthinking. I can't steer into the night or the day. I'm at the mercy of a current I can't name, a riptide of old feelings, so confusing, shifting blame, that pulls me under then splits me into the silent glare of my own introspection. There's just nothing out there but more water, more sky, more of this endless quiet hum of a brain that's forgotten how to simply become still. Maybe the point isn't to find a shore, maybe the point is to drift, to surrender to the vastness, to accept this lonely gift of pure uninterrupted being. This is the open sea of mind, a vast and lonely blue, where every single thought I have feels borrowed, feels untrue. No anchor for the soul, no map for the heart's design. Just a terrifying freedom of the open sea of mine. The sun beats down like judgment, the nights are cold and fast, wondering if this aimless journey is my first or is it my last. This open sea of mine, is it a prison or a vision? All I know is I'm adrift and far away from you, from anything solid. They talk about finding yourself like it's a place on a map you can reach. But what if yourself is just this water, this impossible beach that has no end? What if the soul is meant to be a drifter, not a stone? To be utterly, completely, terrifyingly alone, with its own expansion. The open sea of mine is my true country, bare and beautiful, and it's slowly drowning me, or baptizing me. I can't tell the difference anymore. Just blue and blue and blue and blue. The sea Solitude, underdog. Solitude, underdog. Shit. Central demon to a mind, a state of existential disorientation. The mind is seen as an open sea, vast and empty, where the individual floats without direction, without certainties, confronting the solitude of their own thoughts, in the absence of a fixed self to anchor themselves to.
I've made a vessel of this quiet, learn to trim its single sail, to catch the breeze of memory, without expecting to prevail. Against the calm, there's no storm to fight, no sirens call to dread, just a wide unbroken horizon, and the thoughts inside my head. Company, I navigate the stretches of an empty afternoon, by the stars of old conversations that faded way too soon. On a lost, I'm just sailing solitude, practice gentle art of being the only continent within my own vast heart. And it's peaceful in a searching, hollow kind of way, to have no one to answer to at the end of the day. Just me, the wind, and a watermark of where your love used to be. Now just a phantom coastline, fading in the sea of my own making. I am sailing solitude on waters deep and still, with a charge made of silence and an autonomous will to just keep moving. The loneliness is not a chain, it is a sea, and I am its only captain, and I am finally free. In the saddest way, I chart the depths of what I feel without a mate. I down with echoes on my plate, and I accept this as my fate. For now, sailing solitude, a journey without a shore, learning to need a little less and love a little more. The empty miles. I pass islands of connection, see the fires burning bright, hear the distant muffled music carrying across the night. I could drop anchor, I could swim, I could shout to be let in, but my ship is built for one, and that's the shape I'm in. So I raise a glass of starlight to their joy from far away, and let the current take me through another blue-gray day. Sailing solitude has taught me how my own breath sounds, how the loudest noise on earth is the peace that here abounds. It's a chosen isolation, born from an unchosen pain, a way to heal the fracture in the sunshine and the rain of my own company. I am sailing solitude on waters deep and still, with a charge made of silence and an autonomous will to just keep moving. The loneliness is not a chain, it is a sea, and I am its only captain, and I am finally free. In the saddest way, I chart the depths of what I feel without a mate. I dine with echoes on my plate, and I accept this as my fate. And I accept this solitude, a journey without a shore, learning to need a little less to love a little more. The empty miles, they feel the open They cluster in the harbors with voices not their own. But I hear you hear everything, the truth, the raw and spun. Sailing solitude is how you see what you become. When no one's watching, then maybe one day I'll spot a friendly light and decide to change my course to end this solitary night. But for now the sailor said the solitude is mine to sail. It's not a shipwreck, baby, it's just a different kind of tale. I was a ghost ship in the gale, all rattling chains and tattered sail, tossed by every shifting wind, by every dark and rising swell. I had no ballast, I had no weight, just a predictable curse of fate, to spin in circles of my own doubt, to live my whole life in and out of every storm. I've forgotten what it meant to touch the ground, to not be perpetually lost and not be drowning sound. In my own chaos I was a constant, not a thing of flesh and bone, just a collection of reactions completely alone. You drop your quiet heart into my raging frantic sea, not as a weight to drag me down, but as a grace to set me free. From the drifting you became my emotional anchor, solid, sure and deep. A promise that my soul could finally safely go to sleep in the harbor of your calm. You are my emotional anchor, in you I finally rest. You hold me fast against the tempest, raging in my chest when my mind is tidal waves and my fears are hurricane force. You're the steady, silent presence, the unwavering sword. So my stillness, I wrap my chain around the strength I find in you. For the first time in forever, the sky looks clear and blue. Because I'm not moving, you are my emotional anchor, my line of solid ground. The most beautiful, profound sound in my life is the quiet when I'm held by you. I still feel the water heaving, I still hear the old winds cry, but now they're just the weather passing in a safer sky. Because beneath it all there's you, the truth I can't deny, the heaviness that means I'll never again had to ask why. I'm here, you don't stop the storms, you just make them bearable. You make the unmoored life finally wearable. Like a skin that fits, you're the reason I can face the open deep. Because I know in your love, so my promises I'll keep. To stay, I'm fine. I'm not a prisoner to this anchor, I am its willing, grateful mate. It's a choice to be held fast, to accept this love and wait as my salvation. You are my emotional anchor, in you I finally rest. You hold me fast against the tempest, raging in my chest when my mind is tidal waves and my fears are hurricane force. You're the steady, silent presence, the unwavering sword. So my stillness, I wrap my chain around the strength I find in you. For the first time in forever, the sky looks clear and blue. Because I'm not moving, you are my emotional anchor, my line of solid ground. The most beautiful, profound sound in my life is the quiet when I'm held by you. Some souls are meant to wander, some are meant to roam, but mine was built for anchoring, for making a true home in another person's soul. You are my seabed, my rock, my final plot, the answer to the question that I desperately forgotten. I was even asking my emotional anchor. You don't hold me back, you give me the stability so I can face what I lack and grow from it. You're the fixity from which my courage springs. My anchor, my harbor, my peace, my relief, such a thing.
It's a theme, the loved one is a fundamental stabilizing force in a chaotic world. An emotional anchor is not about possession or limitation, but about finding a fixed point of security, calm, and reference in another person, which allows the individual to face their inner storms without getting lost.
Beneath the surface of my smile, beneath the things I say, there is a constant undertow pulling me away from where I try to stand. It's not a thought, it's not a move, it's the inner currents, ancient, inescapable food for movement. It carries old regrets like smooth and polished stone, and future dreams and fragile have constructed brittle bones. I can't fight its direction, it's stronger than my will. It's the silent mighty river that my conscious mind must fill and navigate. Sometimes it's gentle, taking me to meadows in my mind. Sometimes it's frantic, leaving all my sanity behind on a rocky shore. But it's always moving, always going somewhere deep. Whether I am laughing wildly or pretending I'm asleep, it's the inner current and I'm just a vessel or the leaf, caught in this relentless, beautiful, and sometimes scary sheet of energy. This is the inner current, the flow beneath the skin, where all my truest battles are forever lost in one. It pulls me towards people, it pulls me towards the past. It moves with the momentum that was built to last. Before I had a name, I can paddle on the surface, I can try to steer, but the deep down primal water is a thing I truly fear. And respect the inner current, knows the ocean it must find, and it's dragging my resistance and my reason and my mind to its conclusion. I see others on the bank, they seem so still, so sure. Their feet planted in the soil, their future's clean and pure. But I know they have their current too, a hidden rushing stream. Beneath their solid earth is everybody's secret dream, or nightmare to be moved by something you can't fully comprehend. A force that's both your enemy and your most loyal friend. My inner current sings a song of longing and of need, a melody of chaos from which I can't be freed, only written. So I'm learning to let go, to lay back in the stream, to trust that this current, however wild it may seem, is taking me home to the sea of who I am, not to a dam. This is the inner current, the flow beneath the skin, where all my truest battles are forever lost and won. It pulls me towards people, it pulls me towards the past. It moves with the momentum that was built to last. Before I had a name, I can paddle on the surface, I can try to steer, but the deep down primal water is the thing I truly fear. And respect the inner current, knows the ocean it must find, and it's dragging my resistance and my reason and my mind to its conclusion. Maybe the goal isn't to reach the sea, but to be the flow itself, to merge with the current, to put my fear upon a shelf and become the movement. The inner current is my deepest, truest voice. It's not a problem to be solved, it is my only choice. To be allowed to feel the pull, to be carried by the tide of my own mysterious, glorious, raging, quiet sound. Just flow. Just go in a current, take me, I'm not fighting.
The world's a hungry ocean, and my cells were torn and thin. Every wave a judgment, every wind a call to sin. Against myself I dock in shallow bays of compromise, where the water wasn't deep enough to hide the lies. In my own eyes I trade my position for a moment's peace, but the storms would always find me and the calm would always cease. I was a refugee of every feeling, every harsh cold fact. My soul's hull was cracking, my spirit under attack. Then I saw your light, not a blinding, demanding glare, but a gentle steady glow, a promise in the air of a different ending. You didn't send a rescue ship to tow, you just showed me the harbor, and you taught me how to know the way myself. You are my safe harbor, where the weather ropes can rest, where the salt is washed from wounds, and I am truly blessed. With stillness, your arms are the breakwater that stills the raging sea. Your eyes are the calm water where I can finally see my own reflection. I'm broken in your embrace, the anchors dropping, all the frantic sailing, all the desperate try and stop. You are my safe harbor, not a cage, but a sacred space where I can be the wreck I am and still see grace upon your face, upon your face. You are my shelter from the storm of being me. I don't have to be the captain here, I don't have to be the crew, I can just be the ship battered but made brand new. By the stillness you don't ask for my manifest, my journey or my freight. You just welcome the vessel regardless of its weight or its scars. You're the part where my vulnerabilities can dock, and the silence isn't empty, it's as solid as a rock. The foundation, you're my safe harbor, and that means more than home. It means my soul has a longitude and latitude to roam from and return to. The ocean will still call me, adventures I must take, but I am not afraid anymore. For heaven's sake, because I have a harbor of coordinates for my soul. You journey home. You are my safe harbor, where the weather ropes can rest, where the salt is washed from wounds, and I am truly blessed. With stillness, your arms are the breakwater that stills a raging sea. Your eyes are the calm water where I can finally see my own reflection. I'm broken in your embrace, the anchors dropping, all the frantic sailing, all the desperate trying stops. You are my safe harbor, not a cage, but a sacred space where I can be the wreck I am, still see grace upon your face, where I upon your face. You are my shelter from the storm of being me. Some people search for treasure islands, for glory and for gold, but my treasure map led to your arms, a story to be told. Not in epics, but in whispers, in the safe and quiet nights, in the harbor of your love, where I set my burdens right. You are my sanctuary, my repair, my deepest, truest north. My safe harbor is the proof of what a human love is worth. My harbor, my calm, my peace in every poem. My safe place, my safe place.
Such a thing. The partner is an absolute refuge, a place of total emotional security, acceptance, and peace. The safe harbor is where one can be vulnerable, hurt, imperfect, and still be completely welcomed in love, without judgment. It represents the pinnacle of security in a relationship.
It starts with a single drop of worry on the pain, then a gust of old resentment, a slash of bitter rain. Or what if the barometer inside my skull just plummets down, and I'm the center of a cyclone in this silent sleeping town. Thoughts collide like thunderheads, accusations sharp and loud. Every memory a lightning bolt that tears through every shroud of calm I try to build. I can't find the eye, there is no peace, just the tempest of my thoughts, and it will never ever cease. It feels like I'm tossing in a lifeboat made of paper thin. I'm fine. The waves are all the deadlines, all the crossed and broken lines of conversations past the wind is screaming all my fears in a language that I've spoken for 1,000 years. It's a storm of thoughts, and I am drowning in the sound of my own mind breaking on this furious mental ground. This is a storm of thoughts, a hurricane inside my head where logic is a shattered mass, and reason is long dead. The lightning flash of regret, the thunderclap of shame. Memory should have been and could have been, and screaming out my name. I can't navigate, I can't even breathe. The storm of thoughts is we having a funeral wreath. For my sanity, it's a maelstrom of doubt and fear and pain. And I just want the quiet, I just want the sun again. But the storm of thoughts is relentless, and it's tearing me apart. Clutch adrift in debris, a mantra, a hopeful phrase, but it's swallowed by a whirlpool of hypothetical days that will never come. The storm of thoughts has its own gravity, it's pull. It sucks, and every moment of beauty makes it dull. And every I see the faces of the people that I love through the rain streak as a panic from a distance far above. They're drowning me, they're on the shore, they're waving, they don't know I'm going under in a storm only I
I can see, only I can grow inside myself. I'm the architect of this weather, the victim in the cause, trapped by my own brains, unrelenting, brutal, broken laws. This is a storm of thoughts, a hurricane inside my head, where logic is a shattered mask, and reason is long dead. The lightning flash of regret, the thunderclap of shame. Every should've been and could've been is screaming out my name. I can't have a day, I can't even breathe. The storm of thoughts is we up in a funeral wreath. For my sanity, it's a maelstrom of doubt and fear and pain. And I just want the quiet, I just want the sun again. But the storm of thoughts is relentless and it's tearing me apart. Just weather in the minor past. It always passes, even if it feels like forever. Even if it feels like this is all. The rain is slowing, the wind is just a breeze. The storm of thoughts is just a memory of a storm. I'm here, I'm wet, I'm tired, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm afraid I'm afraid The world has disappeared, not in darkness but in gray. A formless silence swallowing a milky endless day. I can't see my own sins, I can't hear my own call. Just a suffocating whisper as the thick white curtains fall. I'm paralyzed, which way is forward? Which way leads to the rocks? Every step is potential disaster. Every breath my spirit knocks. With its fragility I am a ghost in a ghost of a world adrift. With no memory of sun, no sense of a gift. Call direction, then a pulse of distant golden steady slicing beam, cutting through the nothing, the substance of a dream. Of guidance, not a voice, not a hand, but a rhythm in the gloom. A lighthouse in the fog, promising their room. Beyond the gray, it doesn't show me the shore, it just says I am here. And in this featureless void, that is the thing I need to hear, keep from drowning in the silence. You are my lighthouse in the fog, when I can't see past my fear. A single sweeping golden proof that something true is near. You don't come to rescue me, you don't part the sea of white. You just stand there shining, making everything alright. By existing in the blindness, you are my only coordinate. A promise I don't navigate towards, but simply wait for your light to find me. Lighthouse in the fog, my constant turning friend. My signal that there's numbness, this confusion has an end. I may never reach you, but knowing you're there is a way. You are the lighthouse and you save me every single day, just by shining. Sometimes the fog is in my mind, a depression thick and deep. Sometimes it's circumstance, promises I couldn't keep, that cloud my view, but through it all your light persists. A stubborn loving truth that cuts through all the mist of my own making. You
You are not the sun that burns the fog away. You are the kinder, gentler, more enduring form of day. A patient pierce in a lighthouse, and the fog doesn't promise land. It just promises it's standing. And I understand that's enough, it's everything. So I sit in my small boat wrapped in a chilling gray, and I watch for your slow for the light that shows the way to the next moment, and the next until the fog begins to thin. Not because you chased it, but because you helped me begin to believe in something beyond it. You are my lighthouse in the fog when I can't see past my fear. A single sweeping golden proof that something true is near. You don't come to rescue me, you don't part the sea of white. You just stand there shining, making everything alright. By existing in a blindness, you are my only coordinate. I promise I don't navigate towards, but simply wait for your light to find me. Lighthouse in the fog, my constant turning friend. My signal that this numbness, this confusion has an end. I may never reach you, but knowing you're there's a way. You are the lighthouse, and you save me every single day, just by shining. Some loves are fireworks, spectacular and bright, but yours is the lighthouse love, enduring through the night. And the Father, quiet, constant, saving kind of grace that finds you in the empty, lost in featureless space, and gives you just one point of light to focus on, to trust. A lighthouse in the fog turns despair to dust. It turns lost into found, even if you're still at sea.
They don't come in order, they don't ask permission to land. Just a scent of rain on asphalt, the feel of your old hand in mine. From a summer that's now dust, a wave of memory crashes over me, and for a second I'm back in the trust of that moment, a song on the radio, in a car long so the color of the dress you wore, a story that was told on a porch swing. It's not a movie I can pause or rewind. It's a wave, a full body experience that hijacks my mind and then recedes, leaving me damp with feelings, salt on my skin, sweet ache of what was and what will never be again. The waves of memory, they have their own tide. They pull me under, then leave me standing wide-eyed on the shore now, wondering which is more real, the ghost of the feeling or the present I can't feel because of the cold. These are the waves of memory rolling in from a distant sea. They bring the wreckage of the past and they bring it back to me in vivid technicolor detail with a heartbeat and a sound. Then they drag it all back out, leaving emptiness on the ground. Am I today a wave of your laughter, a wave of our last fight, a wave of childhood sunlight, a wave of a fearful night? They shape my coastline, these relentless coming waves. They're the architects of my joy. and they dig my emotional graves. I am the beach, and the beach they keep returning to. Sometimes they're gentle, lapping at my feet with tender foam. A good memory that makes me feel less alone. In the present, sometimes they tsunami, sudden towering black, dragging me down to a loss I can never get back. A wave of diagnosis, a wave of a slamming door, a wave that changes everything forevermore. I can't build a wall high enough, I can't outrun the tide. The waves of memory live inside where I cannot hide. They are me, so I'm learning to swim and then to let them carry me. To not fight the current of my own history, to taste the salt, to feel the chill, to remember how to float on the waves of memory. In my emotional lifeboat, these are the waves of memory. These are the waves of memory, rolling in from a distant sea. They bring the wreckage of the past and they bring it back to me. In vivid technicolor detail with a heartbeat and a sound, and they drag it all back out, leaving emptiness on the ground. My today, way away your laughter, a wave of our last fight, a wave of childhood sunlight, a wave of a fearful night. They shape my coastline, these relentless coming waves. They're the architects of my joy, and they dig my emotional graves. I am the beach they keep returning to. Maybe memories aren't stored, maybe they're made new each time. The wave isn't water from the past, it's my mind's present rhyme, trying to make sense of the story. Each wave a new interpretation, a wave of memories, a conversation between who I was and who I am now. So I'll write it out, let it speak. The waves of memory are the language of the unique and continuous me.
Another wave. Welcome.
A natureza involuntária, sensorial e avassaladora das memórias, que surgem como ondas que inundam o presente. Elas podem ser suaves ou devastadoras e moldam continuamente a identidade e o estado emocional presente. A música explora a relação complexa com o passado que está sempre retornando.
I've been patching these leaves with band-aids, with lies, with desperate prayer, trying to keep this vessel sailing, this burden I must bear, of a life that isn't working. The mast is cracked, the sails are gone. I've been bailing out the ocean, trying to carry on towards the shore. I don't even want the old groans with the strength of carrying expectations of living with this pain of inauthenticity. I am the captain of a ghost ship, cursed, and the only way to break the curse is to do the thing I fear the worst. So I'm steering for the rocks, not in despair, but with a plan. I am initiating a controlled shipwreck, man. It's time to let it break, to let the old identity smash, to stop this futile sailing through the emotional trap of a life that's over. I choose the where, I choose the how. This controlled shipwreck is my sacred final vow to be true. This is a controller shipwreck. I am running this ship, ain't wrong, on the rocks of my own truth, where real freedom can be found. I hear the timber splitting through the screens of old regret. I watch watch the sails of pride and ego sink without a fret. It's a beautiful disaster, a deliberate holy heart. I am destroying the prison that I built once and for all. Control a shipwreck, I am the storm, I am the shore. I will not sell this broken dream for one day more. I seek it, I claim it, I wait from the wreckage as I swim. This control shipwreck is how my new life can begin. Goodbye to the figurehead of who they thought I should be. Goodbye to the cargo of other people's destiny. The water's cold and shocking, it's terrifying and deep, but I'm alive in the ruined promises I couldn't keep. All dissolving in the brine, my control shipwreck is an act of love for the person drowning below, begging to rise above the waterline. I swim away from the sinking glorious mess, feeling lighter, feeling scared, but feeling yes for the first time. The lifeboat is my courage, the shore is in my sight. The controlled shipwreck was the only way to win the fight against myself. This is a controller shipwreck. I am running this shipwreck around on the rocks of my own truth, where real freedom can be found. I hear the timbers playing arena screens of all regret. I watch the sails of pride and ego sick without a fret. It's a beautiful disaster, a deliberate holy fall. I am destroying the prison that I built once and for all. Control the shipwreck, I am the storm and I'm the shore. I will not sell this broken dream for one day more. I sink it, I claim it, I wait from the wreckage as I swim. This control shipwreck is how my new life can begin. From the wreckage you see what was essential, what was true, what was part of the ship and what was part of you. The controlled shipwreck separates yourself from the disguise and leaves you gasping newborn under open honest skies. It's not an ending, it's a strategic brave defeat, so the real you can find your own 2 feet on new land. I'm ashore, the wreck is behind me. I am new, I am free. I built that shit, that shit.
The long voyage is over, the last wave has been crossed. No more battling the weather, no more counting what it costs. In sleepless nights and fearful days I see the wooden pylons rise, familiar solid against the blush of morning skies. My hands are rough from holding on, my eyes are tired from the skin. Ovenless horizons, following a futile plan to find a better place, but the place was always here. This humble waiting dock, this quiet holding pier. I'm arriving, and I don't have a triumphant flag, I don't have spoils to display. Just a heart that's learned the rhythm of a different slow way. To be the journey wasn't wrong, it wasn't necessary, see. That taught me how to treasure the simplicity of solid ground. This is my forever dock. The journey's end in sight, not with a pain, but with a sick. In the soft, forgiving light, I throw the whipping ropes to hands that I trust and know. And I I finally let the ocean of my restless longing go. I step onto the plank and feel the sturdiness below. After all the directing, after all the blow by blow, this arrival at the dock is sweeter than I ever dreamed. It's the answer to the question that my weary soul is seeking. To ask forever, not a destination, but a coming home. My arrival at the dock means I don't have to sail alone into the unknown anymore. I see the faces gathered, the love that never left, the friends who waited patiently. Of all my gifts, the best. They don't need my stories of monsters and of gales. They just welcome the returning ship. They just lift the heavy pails of my exhaustion. This dock isn't made of fame or gold. It's made of shared tomorrows and gentle hands to hold. It's the community I built while thinking I was lost. It's the love that paid the unseen, priceless, emotional cost of my return. So I kiss the solid wood, I taste the salt and tears. Gratitude for facing down a million different fears. To get it to this ordinary, extraordinary place. The grace on my own face. This is my ride of ever that the James and inside, not with a bang, but with a sight. In the soft, forgiving light, I throw the whip of ropes to hands that I trust and know. When I finally let the ocean of my restless longing go, I step onto the plank and feel the sturdiness and bow. After all the drifting, after all the blow by blow, this arrival at the dock is sweeter than I ever dreamed. It's the answer to the question that my weary soul has seen. To ask for heaven, not a destination, but a coming home. My arrival at the dock means I don't have to sail alone and there's who I'm known anymore. Some voyages end in treasure, some in tragedy, some in pain. Mine ends in this recognition again and again, that the search itself was homeward. Every wave, every star was bringing me right here, so to exactly where we are. Together on this dock, this is the promised land. Not a territory, but a state of understanding. Of arrival. She's a Robbie, I'm home. She's home. My journey's done. The journey's done. The journey's done. My soul can rest. My soul can rest on this blessed dock. In this blessed harbor, we are blessed.